In Europe or in Poland?
Let's start with Europe.
First place, great.
And in Poland?
First place?
So you win everything?
Yes.
So we can high five, right? Hi, this is Kamil Krezemian and we're at the 4th round of the Polish Championship. Supermoto at the Słomczyn track. Yesterday we had a whole day of training which went quite well in dry conditions. We checked a few things, but unfortunately it was very crowded, so there weren't any record-breaking times. The track was also quite slow, and today we arrived at the track in the morning and it was a total surprise because there was unexpected rainfall. So in the morning it was a quick operation to manage to change the tires to wets in time. Here, a huge thanks to my team and also to my friends with whom I raced together in the competition. But we help each other out so that everyone can make it and get out on those tires and a prepared motorcycle. So I really like the atmosphere here, that even though we're competing, we still help each other out. The qualifying itself went well. The track was very slippery after the rain and I had never ridden here before. Fortunately, I was able to draw a bit from my experience, maybe not necessarily from supermoto races, but from superbike races in such rainy conditions. I knew that the key was to stay on the track as long as possible, avoid crashing, get used to the conditions, and that the best lap times always come at the end of the session. And that's exactly how it went. At first I rode very cautiously to get a feel for the conditions. The motorcycle, and at the end of qualifying in the last minute, you just have to put in one clean, fast lap. And that's what I did. We'll be starting from pole position.
Nice track, huh?
What?
Nice track. Just like I saw on the graphic.
But at the end it got fast.
Yeah, it did. Hey, at the end it was fine, right? Did it throw you off anywhere?
Just 2 slight moments, but nothing special.
Once I slid right up to my feet. Yeah. Because I was riding on my foot, it was sliding the whole time. I did that from the start. You had to keep under your feet to the wheel. I was about her.
We're now getting ready for the first race, which will probably be in dry conditions. Because the asphalt is drying quickly now. So, well, we'll see. Starting from pole position, we'll see how it goes, so we'll probably talk right after the first race.
Well, the demanding office was patiently waiting. So, well, we must have nothing to go. Face the day passes. Nothing here, alright? Let's go. You're supposed to have emptiness, right?
Yeah. Because it's cold. Look. distinct door sound echoes indicating its presence. Beautiful melody begins to play, filling the air with its enchanting sound. The gentle notes create a serene atmosphere, inviting listeners to relax and enjoy the moment. The music swells, building in intensity before softly fading, leaving a lingering sense of peace and harmony. So we finished the first race. I've just scored my 5th win this season, so I'm really happy about that. After the rainy qualifying, the key here, at least in my opinion, was to have the right tire temperature from the very first lap and to immediately get into a very fast pace. I tried to take care of that as best as I could, and right from the first lap, I managed to build quite a big gap over my rivals. After that, it was really just a matter of calmly controlling the distance until the final lap up to the finish line. We'll see how it goes in the second race, which starts in just half an hour. So earlier I started to talk a bit about the atmosphere in the paddock. Whether you know it or not, races can also be very chaotic, just like our morning today. I mean, mine and Jarek Jakubowski's. Jarek and I race together here every day in the Supermoto class. Jarek has already spent a bit more time here in Supermoto. 3 seasons, I think. 3 seasons. So at the beginning, I took a bit of that experience from Jarek. And now actually we complement each other.
Kamil has raised the bar, and now we have something to fight for, because we thought we had already hit a wall with our lap times. It turned out that Kamil showed up, and right away in the very first round, he was able to improve it by half a second. So there's still something to race for. We're still going further. And yeah, the weather is really unpredictable. Last year at this time, listen, during this round, we had a pool set up so we could cool off. This time I didn't bring the pool because it wouldn't make any sense.
Now, something to warm up with and protect against this wind would be more useful. But to the point, the races are already chaotic, and we make them even more chaotic, right, Jarek?
It just so happened that this same weekend, 2 rounds overlap in Poznan, meaning the WMP. I'm racing in the Sport 1000 Cup. And on that same weekend, we also have the Supermoto competition, and it all overlapped, so that yesterday I was in Poznan, on Friday I was in Poznan, yesterday I had qualifying, the first race, then I took the train home. This morning I came to Słomczyn. We've already had qualifying and the first race, and now the logistics begin because we have the second race coming up soon. I'm changing quickly, and we're heading to the airport. We have a full 25 minutes to arrive at Okęcie Airport. The scheduled flight is at 1:15 post-meridian. We touch down at 2:15 p.m. And depending on how quickly we disembark from the aircraft at 2:45 p.m., the paddock area officially opens. So we have half an hour after landing to get into the racing suit and head out for the race.
It's a good thing Jarek remembers all this, because when I listen to it, I can't make any sense of his magical plan at all. But of course, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I'm hoping it all works out. And most importantly, Jarek finished the first race in 5th place, but right up to the finish line, he was fighting for 3rd, so it was really close. But you can still make up for it in the second race. So what now? I'm keeping my fingers crossed for a podium finish in both Poznan and Słomczyn.
Thank you very much.
And now I wanted to give you a bit of an introduction to the paddock of the Polish Supermoto Championship, because for me, for example, this paddock has changed a lot over the past few years, very positively. We have more competitors now, and to start with, we even have teams that regularly compete in the World Championships. So this shows that the level here is getting higher and higher. And I think so too, because a few years ago, the level of these competitions was completely different. Now it's great because things are developing. We also have more classes, more categories in the Polish Championships. So it's definitely heading in the right direction. When it comes to organization, the SM Racing Group, which actually organizes these races, also does a great job of introducing you to this world. If you don't have any experience yet, you can even rent a motorcycle here sometimes to compete in a class, just to try it out and see if it's something for you. And here, for example, we have the mini GP classes where kids compete on bikes with specific engine capacities. 160 or 190, and they can race against each other on motorcycles of the same class. Hi. And when it comes to mini GP, for example, this class only races on asphalt tracks, just like I do, for instance. Although I ride Supermoto, because let's remember, the origin of Supermoto is that we ride on both surfaces. an asphalt track plus a small off-road section. But not all classes actually include that off-road part because some people like me don't want it at all. Or maybe it's easier to start just with asphalt, and again, if someone comes from motocross and switches to supermoto racing, then they have more off-road experience, so they prefer riding with the off-road section. So it's great that it's so comprehensive here that I think everyone can find a class that's right for them, whether it's based on age, experience, or for example, the type of motorcycle they want to ride. All right, Clemens, first of all, the question, how do you like riding at Słomczyn now?
Nice.
Nice? And tell us, because now you're competing in which class?
I'm in the junior class.
Okay, is that the Polish Championship or the Polish Cup?
Polish Championship.
Great, and do you also race in any other international competitions?
Yes, European Championship.
Okay, in the same class? Okay, what results have you had recently in your class? In,
Europe or in Poland?
let's start with Europe.
First place.
Great, and in Poland?
First place.
So you win everything.
Yes.
Can we do a high five? Okay, now tell us, because you started riding a motorcycle earlier, I think, right? How old were you when you started riding?
2.5.
2.5 years old, so you probably couldn't even walk that well yet, and you were already riding a motorcycle, huh?
Yes.
So here we had a few words from Clemens Erzik, and as you heard, he competes in the SMJ Junior class, which is a class for kids. But here there are rides with off-road sections, because as I mentioned, we have asphalt and we have asphalt plus off-road. And remember, it's not just big motorcycles here. Just like you see here, there are big supermotos, but we also have smaller supermotos, meaning pit bikes, also with different engine capacities. So we have these SMJ classes for juniors, and recently we've even introduced a class for women called the ladies class. So here we really have small motorcycles for little kids, for older kids, and for teenagers. We also have an entire class for women, and then of course we have the big motorcycles. These are the real supermoto bikes, and in the same way, we have classes that are either just for asphalt or for asphalt plus off-road. So we really have a lot of classes here. You can find more information about this, of course, on the SM Racing website or on the website of the Polish Motor Association, that is PZM. There you can read all the requirements, regulations, and what our races are all about. Supermoto. So I really think you'll find something for yourself here. The deserving winner is the recipient of this award, Kamil Kazimiec. And now please stay for a moment and give a warm welcome to Kamil Kazimiec, the exceptional driver who impressively set the absolute fastest lap time today during this thrilling competition. 55 seconds, 471 thousandths. We've just finished the second race of the fourth round of the Polish Supermoto Championship, and once again we have the same result. You could say it's getting a bit boring already. People are already telling me, Kamil, your riding is boring. This is my 6th victory and my 6th start in the Polish Championship. Supermoto. So of course, I'm very happy with the result, but I'm even more pleased with the time because I think this is yet another track record we've set. So 55 seconds, 400. This is my best time on the track today. Słomczyn. I wanted to tell you a little about something. motorcycle because there really is no need for major modifications to these motorcycles, Supermoto. I happen to have a Husqvarna, so it already comes standard with asphalt wheels. So here are the modifications that I actually made just to be able to ride. Track records, winning races in the Polish Championships is just about setting the suspension for my weight and my riding style. The handlebar is actually optional because here I have a handlebar from Jarek, since that position feels more natural to me, so it's not the standard one. It's not a motocross handlebar, but rather a lower one. But that's not a must at all. Only the brake master cylinder has been changed. The brake pads too, and honestly the rest of the bike is stock. I also used Metzeler K1 tires. Given today's conditions, you can see it from my jacket too. It's damp all the time, it's cold, and it was wet in the morning, so I went with a K1 compound in the front and a Metzeler K1 in the rear. They performed great throughout the qualifying actually. 2 races because I did everything on a single set of tires. I didn't have any problems. So what now? We're leaving victorious again. I hope that next year, if everything works out, we'll be able to race a bit more. More European or even world level races in the Supermoto class. Because I feel really good on this motorcycle. I don't want to completely switch from Superbikes to Supermoto just yet, but it's great training, great riding, and the paddocks are fantastic too. I just enjoy it. So in this video, we wanted to show you a bit of what these races really look like from the inside. What it looks like a bit from my perspective, what the paddock of the Polish Championship looks like here. So that I hope to encourage you to take part in these races because I really urge you to join in. It's awesome here. The atmosphere is great, the fun is great, and the races are fantastic. So what do you think? And now we'll be thinking about what our next moves will be, our next races, and the next materials that, of course, we'll be recording for you together with the motorcycle world. Thanks, and see you next time. Engine revving.